Hello! Time to learn some new Tier 2 words. We are doing this because of the Common Core State Standard, which states we should acquire or learn and accurately use grade-appropriate general academic words. So, basically, we are just learning words that we can use to strengthen our vocabulary and sound more sophisticated. Preview of this week's words are sympathetic, emulate, genuine, plethora, candid, and malicious. Our first word is sympathetic, and I am sure many of you have already heard this word and have used it. It basically means to show support for others. Sympathetically, sympathize, or unsympathetic are all other forms of this word. And if you look at the synonyms, we already have one of our current Tier 2 words, considerate, making the list. So sympathetic could mean something very similar to considerate if you're showing understanding or if you are being caring. Okay? So I would use this word if I were going to say caring. I would say, oh, sympathetic is a much stronger word. The sentence I chose to use was, I was sympathetic toward the boy when he told me his cat passed away. Of course, if somebody tells me sad news, I would want to show support for them. In ELA class, you're going to use this word as a character trait or a tone word. In health class, you guys do a unit on bullying and helping others out, so you could use sympathetic there. And in social studies, anytime you see someone in history doing something where they're showing support for other human beings, you can use the word sympathetic. Your next word is emulate, and this is a verb, and this means to copy or imitate someone or something's behavior. Okay, so I look at the other forms. You've got emulated, emulating, or emulates. And this is basically a way of saying that you're mimicking, replicating, or following, basically copying someone else's behavior. My famous, talent show, talent, would be that I tried to emulate Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas. Sounds really great when I'm in the car, not so much when I'm in front of other people, so guess who's never doing that again? Me. But I was a risk taker, so there you go. But emulating, I was trying to emulate, or I was trying to copy or imitate her. In English class, you're going to have a lot of characters that try to do other things or copy somebody. Seth from On the Bridge tries to emulate Adam. If I think back to The Outsiders, Ponyboy tries to emulate Two-Bit toward the end when he breaks the pop bottle and says, try it, bud, or whatever. And so he's trying to emulate somebody he's not. Social studies, when we really sat down and tried to create our government, we were emulating or trying to copy something, or we were trying to avoid what we were running away from, which was Britain. So again, we were trying to imitate or emulate somebody. And then in math and science, when you guys are doing formulas, you probably should emulate the example. Or lab procedures, you should probably emulate what the example was so that you can successfully do the math problem or complete the lab. Genuine is an adjective, and you guys have heard me use this word quite a bit because it means the same thing as authentic. But this one, or similar to authentic, it just means honest or sincere. Authentic means real or not fake, and genuine is saying it's an honest or sincere, whatever it is that's describing. So I like to think of, a genuine apology. So my sentence is, I am genuinely sorry for the way I acted. People are always saying, can you give me a genuine apology? I've seen genuine used with genuine leather, okay, or a genuine product of some sort. So we've got other forms, which would be genuinely or disingenuous, okay, which means the opposite. In English class, this is definitely going to be a character trait. Science lab results are genuine because you're getting them, they're honest. You had the opportunity to perform a task and see what the results were. And then math, again, like your authentic world problems, or word problems, the same thing as, genuine. We want to give you genuine or real problems to solve so that you see the value in it. Plethora will probably be your new favorite word. This is a noun, and it basically means a lot of something. So the old lady had a plethora of cats. Anytime you can use the words a lot, take out a lot, okay, and throw in plethora. Okay, there are no other forms of this word. Synonyms would be surplus, excess, or overflow. But really at this point, a lot should probably leave your vocab and you should throw in plethora instead. Okay, use any time. I put it for any content area. Anytime you want to use the words a lot, use plethora. All right, next word is candid. Then this is an adjective. Candid is straightforward or direct response. I like to consider myself to be rather candid. I don't really sugarcoat much or beat around the bush. I basically tell you how it is, and here's what's going on, and that's it. I'm very candid. I was being candid when I said that the test was ridiculous. Okay, I'm not really doing anything mean, I guess, but I'm being straightforward and I'm giving a direct response. Candidly is another form. Forthcoming or outspoken or frank, those are all synonyms. This is definitely a character trait or a tone word. Social studies, anytime someone's being straightforward or giving a really direct response would be considered candid. And then your science labs don't have a lot of fluff. It's like you give the steps and you move on. Give the steps, explain your response, move on. It's candid, it's straight, and it's to the point. And your last word for this week is malicious, and this is an adjective. And you've also heard me use this word to describe anything where you're actually you have a desire to cause harm to someone or something. So if you do something with the intent on being mean, you are being malicious. Okay, so my sentence is, it is rather malicious to throw a ball at someone when they're not looking at you, because that's just not nice. Okay, characters are definitely malicious. Tones can be malicious. If you look at social studies, anytime the colonists or any sort of American treated somebody, I guess, with prejudice or was not fair, that is malicious. Okay, health class, again, talking about bullies. Bullies do things maliciously. Okay, which brings me to the other forms of the word, maliciously, malice, or maliciousness. Okay, means the same thing as cruel, vicious, or malevolent. Okay. It's basically a fancy word for saying mean. Okay, if you're being mean, you're being malicious. Don't do it. Hate that. Oh, look, I was being candid. All right, I believe that concludes our videos for this week, and hope you enjoyed learning some of our words. Talk to you later.